Welcome everyone to this edition of Looking at Louisville. I'm Chaz.
Hi, I'm Stacy.
And Stacy, tell us where we are in this episode.
Well, Chaz, we are standing at one of Kentucky's top attractions. We've been here a couple of times, the Kentucky Derby Museum, because they have a new exhibit opening.
Which happens to be on your favorite subject, which is horse racing.
My bucket list. You know, I love horse racing.
Yes, we both
This
do.
combines the two, but Kentucky Bourbon.
Now, what exactly is this exhibit about? What makes it so unique and special?
Well, we're going to find out, but basically I think it's going to trace the roots, the history of Kentucky Bourbon, and show us a little bit how it relates to the horse racing industry as well.
Well, let's go check this out, because I know after that, we're going to go to the Derby Cafe.
Let's go. Well, we are upstairs at the Kentucky Derby Museum in this beautiful new exhibit with our good friend, Wendy Trinan. Wendy, thanks for having us.
Love to host you.
Tell us where this concept came to do a bourbon exhibit in the Derby Museum.
Well, bourbon and the Kentucky Derby, of course, a very natural fit. And with the Convention and Visitors Bureau, we decided that this was a wonderful opportunity to share with guests from around the world the Urban Bourbon Trail concept. And so the name for the exhibit is a play off the Passport program. So you'll find some interactive ideas in here. You're not going to come in and read a bunch of text panels. That's typically how museums present information. And here we want you to touch and have fun and interact with bourbon a little bit.
So speaking of the Urban Bourbon Trail, this will be an official stop. People can pick up a passport at the front desk.
Both at the front desk and at the Derby Cafe when it's open for lunch, so you can stop in either location. We're happy to get those passports in lots of hands and get people out on the trail.
Great, and this exhibit is open through
the end of December, so come see us.
Okay, come join us on the Urban Bourbon Trail.
Well, Stacy, what a great exhibit.
Wasn't it? And now we are here literally at the finish line. We are in the Derby Museum Cafe, which is open every day that the Derby Museum is. And what a wonderful way to end your urban bourbon experience. We had a wonderful lunch, and now we're going to have a bourbon flight.
Now, not only do they have the bourbon flights here, but they've also got multitudes of drinks and bourbon. How many bourbons do they have here?
Oh, they have over 50 because they're an official stop on the Urban Bourbon Trail.
You know, the great thing about coming here for lunch is you can also pick up a mint julep. And not only do they serve a great mint julep, but they also have a lot of drinks you can get
They
into.
do. They have a complete bourbon cocktail list, lots of flights too, and tell you about a couple of things that we tried. In addition to the mint julep, which you get to take the souvenir glass home. It's the most recent Derby glass, so they have the most recent one. We had the bubbly, which is named after 1953 Kentucky Derby winner, and it had Evan Williams single barrel bourbon and sparkling wine with an orange twist. It was really light and refreshing. And we also had the Donna Ale, which is quite the exquisite drink. This is going to be for you big spenders that have hit a big payoff. This is named after Donna Ale. He was the 1913 Kentucky Derby winner, and his unique story is he had the highest payoff of any Derby winner in history at $184.90. So that is the price of this drink.
I was going to say, how much is that then? $184?
Right. Some special things about this. You're going to get to keep this glass. This is hand blown by a local artisan at Flame Run Gallery. It's going to be filled with the Bourbon of the Year, as named by Whiskey Magazine, which is currently George T. Stagg at 146 proof. So it packs quite the punch. But you're going to get to take that home with you as well.
Now let's talk about the food we have. Not only is it a great place to come for drinking, great bourbon and drinks, they also have great food too.
They do. We did this family style again. The owner, Steve Clements, just brought us out a smorgasbord. We started with some sweet potato fries and a nice honey dipping sauce. We had fried green tomatoes. For our entrees, we started with a salad with a bourbon vinaigrette. We had Kentucky style burgoo. You had the pulled pork, and
awesome.
we all did, and a chicken breast sandwich that was made with a bourbon barbecue sauce. And of course, we had to have the hot brown. One of their most popular selling dishes is bubbly cheese concoction with turkey, tomato, and crispy bacon. We finished with something that they sell 10,000 of a year, 10,000 portions, and that is their bourbon bread pudding.
Oh wow, that was awesome.
And we also had their version of Derby pie, which they call the Kentucky nut pie, that gooey chocolate chip concoction, and we finished that with our bourbon drinks. And then right in front of us is one of their flights. They offer several. This one is named after a sponsor of the Urban Bourbon exhibit, Four Roses Bourbon. This is the Run of Roses, and it has is the yellow label, small batch, and single barrel. And I love this
Yeah.
presentation. I don't know how
Roses.
well you can see this on film, but these are real. These aren't fake. These are real rose petals that these are served in for the 4 roses. I just think that is exquisite.
So for more information about this episode, about the exhibit, and grabbing a drink here or even dining, please go to GoLouisville.com. You can always send us an email, podcast@GoLouisville.com. Of course, you can always find us in Facebook, YouTube, and in Twitter. So as always,
You're looking at Louisville.
see you real soon. All right, here we go. ADD's kicking in right now. 3, 2, 1. What a great exhibit, and what a great place to come to lunch after exploring that. I need a shot.